guys, welcome now to the video, and if you're living in the northern reaches of the world at this moment in time, it's not exactly golfing weather. However, there are ways to practice and there are ways to stay competitive even if you can't get out onto the golf course. So in this week's Quest for the Open video, we're going to be taking on a little bit of a challenge, showing how you can practice competitively and against other people as well, which I think is very important rather than just playing against yourself. Now, there's a 9-shot challenge which is currently going on using TopTrace ranges. So TopTrace ranges, you basically go to the range, you hit a ball, it tracks your ball. It's pretty decent, the ones I've been to, and I enjoy the fact that you can track your practice and you can actually play games on this system. Now what they've done is they've released this kind of worldwide competition. It's the 9-shot challenge. It finishes in a couple of days. So I'm going to basically go to the driving range, I'm going to have a couple of days of trying to beat this and get to #1 in the world, who is currently Rob Edwards from the world of golf in Croydon with a score of 81.06. Right, let's have a go. So the nearest range to me is at Trafford, so my old stomping ground, well, old stomping ground, 3 years ago now. And that's the nearest TopTrace range, so that's where I'm gonna head. I'm gonna give it a good bash for a couple of hours, see how much I can climb up the leaderboard, and then see if anyone can beat me by the time this is uploaded Sunday. Hopefully not. Well, hopefully no. Obviously I want people to do well, but just not that well that you got what I mean. So I might have a little bit of work to do here. So slightly trickier than the FSX Skills Challenge in many respects because it's actual ball data, well, ball flight from when you hit from the bay. So it's affected by the wind, which with a left to right wind and me trying to play a fade means I've got to aim a lot further out left, but at least it's consistent, you know, at least it's blowing in one direction and it's not into, so I don't need to hit that much of a longer club, but well, 2 goes, have already moved up 80 spaces. Look on the positive. So the scoring system for this tournament, basically you get 9 targets out on the driving range, and I'll explain these through as I randomly stab the ball dispenser here. So you have a target out in the range that your mat is basically aimed at. And you've got these 9 targets. They range from 50 yards all the way up to 160 yards. And that 160 yard one was a massive pain in my arse. But you can see there, 10 foot, not a bad start. But then if I backed it up with this shot like I did, this is going to take it all the way out to 30 feet. And it was basically that all the way through. So if you messed up a target, then you really were struggling. However stressed I was, there's always his little face to look at. Look at him, just look at him. Oh. Oh, it's a bit long, sit down. Oh. Right, well, finally broken 100. Where does that put me? That's got to lift me up a little bit. Oh, into 12th, right. Finally, bit of progress.
20 minutes, 10 minutes.
That's a lie. I'm going to say, how many times you restarted in that 10 minutes?
25.
That was good. Getting all excited. You just hold that finish. No one will ever know the result. World rankings updating. There you go, 12. Just below future Rory McIlroy by 0.5 of a yard. End of about 2 hours here, it's just me and Tom left, grinding away. So this is, I think after this, I must have hit 300 balls after this, I think. Wrists are holding up okay, which is okay. That is me. I'm done. I can't even figure out how to zoom in and out yet. I'm done. I'm done today. Up to 13th in the world. Literally everyone on the range is playing this game. Okay, today's the final day of the challenge, but you might be able to hear and probably feel. It's a little bit windy. It's actually clear today, sun's come out, but it seems to have just dropped the temperature, if anything. The last couple of days have been a bit wet, but they've been quite warm. Now with the wind and the cold, I think probably today is going to be even harder to try and get this high score, but it is the last day. What do you think? Think we can do it? Yeah. So, all done. At the moment, I'm in 20th place globally. I didn't add to my score today. It was just it's a bit too tricky really, with the wind blowing across the range and me shaping it left to right, so it was blowing across left to right. I couldn't really get comfortable holding it against the wind. If it was right to left and I could hold my fade up into it, I would have preferred that, but I had to almost like hold a draw or try and use the wind, and because it was so strong, it was difficult to get that control. But even if I had done well, I mean, that score, the leading score, a guy called Oliver Gillberg, a Swedish driving range, 60.22. Now, again, just to re-emphasize this is a cumulative amount of feet that you finish away from the hole. So to finish 60 feet away from the hole over those 9 targets, I don't know, whatever that is. But it's the first time I've taken part in one of these competitions, this global one, and I have to say the actual system, TopTrace system, really enjoyed it. I think there was only just about magic hour, so when the sun was going down, the floodlights were powering up. I did lose quite a few shots there, so maybe 10, 15 around that time. And I still think it is a fantastic way to practice during these winter months, especially for me. But I have to say, I think definitely sticking to my pre-shot routine a little bit more. It's very tempting to just basically, especially the first 3 targets, which I struggle the most with, is just basically hitting, oh, it's not right, cancel, restart, rather than getting into any kind of real game rhythm. So that's maybe something I should look at to try and complete those. I should have tried to complete every game. But hey, let me know what you think about this type of challenge. Is this something that you would like to take part in yourself? Certainly see me do a little bit more whenever it comes up at a TopTrace range. I think that global aspect is really appealing. So actually pit yourself against other people in different countries playing the same game. That's pretty cool. But guys, thank you so much for watching. My wrist held up okay. I need to give them a bit of maybe a hot bath. My wrist hot bath. But apart from that, it's all good. If you're new here or you're a returning watcher and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, that like button as well. And follow me on my other social media platforms. They're all linked below. And we'll see you soon. 21st.